wondering where we are based at the moment, we actually live in Gold Coast, but thanks to our lovely local council, we had to move our bus on. So we've actually moved our bus up to my very best friend's parents' place, and thankfully we're surrounded by some cane farm, so we've got the space to get what we need done. So big shout out to Deb and Rob. We wouldn't be where we're at if you weren't there for us. Cheers, love you.
Alright, so this bucket, believe it or not, is going to become our composting toilet. But had the mother working on doing a hardware run, and actually it turns out that composting toilet is pretty simple. So we'll separate the poo from the wee and make it with 2 buckets. You just put some what's that stuff called? The wood chip?
Peat moss.
Peat moss over your poo, under your poo and over your poo, and over a period of time it actually becomes usable on your garden, believe it or not. So this is the prototype. Well, this is the start of what's going to be our toilet.
This is the $20 toilet.
$20 toilet.
Yeah. So we're going to make a urine diverter from a smaller bucket because 1, they're expensive to buy, and 2, nobody can ship them to us in time with all the COVID. So we're gonna turn this into what we need anyway. So
she's talking about a toilet insert that already separates the poo from the wee. It's a thing that you can buy, but it comes from the States or in Chinatown, all of which are going to take a long time to get here because we're doing this in 2020.
So this is going to be our piss catcher. We're going to attach our hose either to there or there, whatever we come up with, and make this work for us. This is going to go into a bottle of some sort, be that 10 litre, 20 litre, whatever we can come up with, and it's going to sit over the top of a standard toilet seat. So we'll show you when we're all done.
It'll be pretty cool. It doesn't look like much, it's just a couple of buckets at the moment, but it's going to be good. Okay, over here we are going to work on this door. Right, so I think the ruling is to comply is that your brush door needs to be opening out, at least one door. So if you're wondering how to do that, here's how. I'm going to use all of the mechanisms, all of the hinges and stuff that were there. All I'm going to do is remove the rail and the air that originally worked the door, and fuse the two together and make them swing out basically on the same hinges that were there. So pretty solid hinges, and it's a bloody heavy door with that glass in there. So we'll get rid of all of this stuff up here, get rid of this rail, keep that part of the hinge, keep that part of the hinge, and the door is just going to swing out as a solid door. I'll put some sort of a household lock over here, and that'll be where it latches. At the moment the door don't latch, so this is going to be pretty flash for us to have some sort of a lockable bus. But stay tuned. It's not going to look that amazing right now, but when it's finished it'll look pretty darn good, because I'm going to wrap it in timber and it'll look pretty fancy for a bus. Peace.
Guys, let's talk potty. We were literally on the phone to the rep of Sunmar. We were going to spend $3,000 on our compost toilet, and when talking to her about our situation, we're mobile, we're not going to be in one place for long enough. She said to us that it's not going to work because we're not connected to 240 power permanently. The 240 power provides the heater, which adds to the element of breaking down both the poo and the wee. So we've gone with $10 to $20 compost toilet option. We're building this right now. I've bought a big bucket, I've bought a small bucket, chopped it on a bit of an angle. It's not perfect, as you can see. It doesn't need to be. It's going to house poo. So what I've done, I've kept the lip from our small bucket. I'm going to fix that into this shape here. That will create an extra seal for the bin liner effectively, or the poo liner, before we put the peat moss in. This is going to slot on the top. It's also get the lip on from the small bucket. That can be placed in on an angle. Well, then we'll fix our urine diverter. I've got some little fixes here and some, I don't know, they're here somewhere. Couple dollars, and we've got our compost toilet completed. So when we're all done, I'm not going to show you the poo or the wee, but we'll show you the completed dunny. See you guys.
Let's see if we can get this thing to swing out. The old bus door, swing outward.
Hey guys!
Righto. Okay, take two. Bus door swinging out.
Okay. Stay there, you're gonna be stuck. Watch out, camera's on.
Just swing it around and close it. Careful, because it may fall. Take the weight of that side, needs to come up. Too much. Just need to locate one of these bolts and then we'll be away. It took a few attempts, but we now have an outward swinging door.
And the packets that were next to it. Like that.
Boom chakalaka. Boom.
End of another big day. Kids that carked it. Finishing the shiwi. Kids are out of it. And look what we've got. It's gonna look so good.